Got to do your interpretive dance. Oh, like the big fish. Steve. Josh. Danny. Art fart. Bex. Dan, the goober guy. Brian B.
Not fishing from the bed.
Uh-oh. Chris Double C. Serena.
We here.
B-roll. Brian did a good job with that shot.
That was awesome. Yep.
And of course, the co-host with the most. The most important part.
Right. That's right. Boom, 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 boom.
Tomorrow, 6 p.m.
Be there. Wow. Awesome.
Right.
Awesome job, Kevin. And perfect timing, Brian B. We'll bring Brian up from backstage.
Oh, I was hoping he'd be cleaning his rod when he popped up.
I started to do so. I said, you know what? It's too hot to be playing.
Uncle Jeep is saying, okay, when is this? Well, it's tomorrow, May 21st, 6 p.m. on the Palmetto Cats channel. Be there for the exciting conclusion. Which champion will win? Who will bring it home? You've seen us out there. You've seen us out there for hours and hours. You've seen us in the boat, the kayak, the bank. Where's it going to come from? Who's going to catch the fish? And more importantly, who will be there at the end? Thank you all for your support. Appreciate you being out there. Tomorrow, 6 p.m. But anyways, welcome everybody. As you can tell, we have Kevin, Brian, and Brian's up here. We are talking about the conclusion, the final chapter of the Iron Cat. Woo! What an adventure! What an adventure! What a man! Just what an awesome series it was. I was just truly honored to be part of it, and man, it really had everything from drama to happies, the highs, the lows, the fish, the no fish, the
There's a little bit of everything that everybody goes through in fishing.
Mm-hmm. True. I mean that's very true. I mean, you had the fatigue in the first one, and the feelings. And then as you went on, you had the skunks, you had the bait challenges, you had the catch and cook. You couldn't catch a fish to cook, so so yeah, it had a little bit of everything. Thunderstorms, that's right. The boat challenge was full of thunderstorms.
Man.
Yeah. Rod Knockers were saying, dang, Stan was actually a good announcer.
Did a good job. Should have had you do the voiceover.
Epic has said that to me for a while. He's like, yeah, you really got to do more voiceovers. But let's do what we always do. We want to, the reason we're here and the reason we do a lot of things is for everybody out in chat, trying to give everybody some great entertainment. And let's see what we got. We got Mike Sampi out there. How's it going, Samson? James K from Baltimore Way. Gene Tillman, Uncle Jeep saying, whoop, whoop, whoop. It's Friday. We've got Jose. How's it going, Jose? Great to see you. Wildcat Riggs. P&B, Paul Boyd. Great to see you. Great to see you. Maurice, always great to see you. Thank you for being out there. Uncle Jeep. Mike Irvin, Stonefly, Greenwell Fishing. Off the Rez. Rez has been putting some videos out there lately. Great job, Rez. Boom, 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 boom. And everybody in chat
bacon.
Everybody in chat having a good time. Mac Fishing, Stand Fishing family member. Mac, appreciate you, Mac. Central Valley, how's it going?
About James Kirkpatrick and
That's
Ernie
right.
Hog Snatcher.
Ernie.
See,
Who was that?
Ernie's in there. He just popped in there. I don't know. Some guy talks about roller coasters all the time.
he works at Disney World, I think. He runs that roller coaster ride.
I see Wildcat Riggs. I see Off the Rez and James Alba. He said he hadn't seen me in a while. Yeah, I've been off the radar.
Let's see. Mike Irvin. There's Ernie. There's James. David Smith. How you doing? Rod Knockers. Great to see you again. LG Bass. Can't forget Tom. And I think we are pretty much caught up. If we missed you, I'll try to catch you as I see you coming in. Hey, Frank. Great to see you, Frank. Thank you.
I just shared it out. I shared it out late, but
yeah, I just
hopefully
did
they'll
too.
pop
That's
in.
why I grabbed my phone.
We're up to 31 awesome people. That's Stand Fishing family member Don R. Thank you.
Not yet, Stonefly. I still got a couple more weeks.
We were actually talking about that backstage. But yep, that's coming. It's coming. I know I fish with Dan, so I hear it all the time about. I know when school's out here between my grandkids and Dan. I know when school's out.
It can't come quick enough. And like I said, I still have to work during the summer for a couple weeks. But without the kids there, I'm much more efficient. And I can we get Fridays off, and if I want to take a day, I don't feel guilty about leaving the other administrators to handle everything. So if I take a day, it's just me not there. That's it. Yeah, it's starting to get hot here, man. We've had our second. I mean, it didn't get quite to 100 today, but it got to 97 today. And then yesterday it was 100 degrees. It hit 100. So
yeah, I went to the car at lunch and it was 93. And tomorrow's supposed to be hotter.
Yeah. It's been one of those springs, and where we'd have beautiful weather, and then it would go back to cold, and then back up to summer weather. We never really had that like spring transition that you get a lot of times with fishing. So weather plays a huge role in how fish react and where they're going, when spawn starts, etc. Different things like that. So
funny point about that too, Stan. Like the reason I put it in May was that most people should have a good bite. But a lot of people's water is heating up. Ours is like 75, 76, 78 degrees, depending on where you go. And so the fish are probably going to start moving to spawn.
Right. So, I believe it's starting here already in the James. We've had
starting to spawn.
Yeah, we've had consistent 70 plus degree water temperature now for a couple weeks. And that's usually one of the triggers that, starts having them. But I think we're still going to see quite a bit of fish caught.
Yeah. I don't think it's supposed to cool down here. We're supposed to get some thunderstorms this weekend. Hopefully it doesn't affect the internet, but we'll deal with whatever we got to deal with. We always do. We already have, talking about the tournament tomorrow, we already have, someone had to drop out. Y'all pray for Miss Bex. She's got the sickness. She's down with the sickness. And,
yep.
I don't think she minds me saying that because she told all of us and put it on Facebook. But So she will not be able to participate. So y'all got lucky. Brian, y'all got lucky that Bex could not enter.
I ain't get lucky. It's just one less Potomac angler that got a chance to take it.
Bex is a force to be reckoned with.
Yeah, I mean Bex has got a record of when the time is down, she manages to get the big fish on the line. And one thing that just with facing the disease right now, you saw her in a lot of the Iron Cats out there, and she's determined. She goes out there and does what she needs to do. And I've got a lot of respect for her. She learned to fish through YouTube, through us. And to come from not knowing anything about it to where she's at now and knowing the things that she knows now, like that's a huge testament to her as far as what
probably not me so much, but you guys, yeah, she probably she might have got some tips from about going live.
Kevin, you was one of the first people I was watching, so I wouldn't say
that.
I'm just thinking. But no, I just and shout out to Bex.
Award show, like during the day of the very first one, I was like, you know what? Man, I had a reminder on the phone, then I had it reminded on YouTube. I was like, I gotta make sure I see this.
You're talking about the Golden Whiskers, Brian? Is that what you're talking about? Those awards?
The first one.
The first one.
Man, I really wasn't in chat and talking to people
you weren't,
at that point.
Well, man, I'll tell you what, and I'll just go ahead and shout you out, man. You've been a huge supporter of mine since back before I can even remember. So if I hadn't told you recently, I do appreciate you, and I love you just the same as I did back then. More now, buddy. Not the same, but more.
We got Mark Crappie out there.
I saw. Hey, Mark. I also saw. Who else came in? We had Freddie's Outdoor Adventures. He came in.
Oh, I missed Freddie and Garrow. There's my
water.
Yeah.
My good friend Garrow. Garrow's been putting some videos out there. Him and his awesome young fishing partner out there. So check out Garrow.
Gray's family. You got Fields to Water, Mr. Shad.
Wow. I'm slacking tonight. I start talking with and I just lose control.
That's what it's about, though. You talk and you just shout them out as you see them. You do a good job. Man. Don't worry about that.
But the reason we're here
finish up with Bex real quick. Let me just finish up with Bex.
Yes.
Was met. So we had the group chat, like most tournaments do. And they she said, yeah, I'm gonna try to make it out Saturday, and I'm like,
yeah, come on. That's what I was saying to myself.
And then today she was like, yeah, I'm just not gonna be able to make it. I'm like, yeah, no problem. Your health has to come first. And YouTube's somewhere down, probably 4th or 5th on the list. Don't worry.
Yeah.
But sorry, Stan, go for it.
Oh, no. I was just gonna say that the reason that we're here, obviously, is we're talking about catfishing like we do every Friday night at Cat Chat. And one of the big things going on in catfishing right now is the Iron Cat Champions Tournament tomorrow, 6 p.m. Like Palmetto was saying, over a year in the making. It started as a kind of like a, let's say, experiment of will, and it kind of morphed into what we know it as today. But it's been fun from day one to right now. And Kevin, how did this idea originally come up? I mean, was it just trying to find something new, or?
Yeah. So I watch a lot of YouTube channels, still do, that don't have anything to do with catfishing. Mm-hmm. And so, like most of us, I'm trying to find something that's going to get a lot of views, that's really entertaining, and people are going to like to watch. But then I have to transfer it to fishing. Hey, Chrissy. So I was watching Mr. Beast, and earlier on, Mr. Beast, he would do these 24-hour challenges, or like he would, who can stay in the slime the longest, who can leave their hand on the Lamborghini the longest, all that stuff. So I'm like, how can I do that with fishing? So what I did was I said, well, who can fish the longest? And and that's how the idea came up. I mean, that was the one thing. Who can fish the longest? Well, then you have the big idea, and I got to give Chad from Fishing with the Chad back then. You know, he came up with the StreamYard idea to do these tournaments, and I'm like, you know, I can kind of incorporate that too. So, you got a drive-by?
That's what it sounded like. We're getting a lot. I muted you real quick, Brian.
We're
getting a lot of static.
So Chad had that idea, and so I used that and incorporated it into it. And then
I'll leave out and come back.
Yeah, you're good. No, you're good. Sounded like you had a car drive by or something.
Yeah, it was a car.
Yeah. So then, you know, you have the big idea, and then you have to, you know, get the logistics worked out. And, you know, it's bouncing ideas off people, Mike Murillo, other people. I can't remember everybody, but, you know, I don't do anything alone. I firmly believe that the more brains you have in something, the better it's going to be. So, anyway, the one thing we didn't think of was, you know, making sure people had to catch fish. And putting a time limit on having.
There you go. I was going to say there was probably two things.
Yeah, so there's two big things, and although it was fun up until that last hour kind of made everybody like, you know, it's sour. Yeah. You know, it's all in the past now and whatever, and you know, it ended up making something awesome. So I went back to the drawing board and I said, all right, what's a good time? You know, we want people to be in the tournament. At that time, the allure for people doing the online tournament was to get more subscribers. And it worked back then. It worked because I remember we got Dan to 1,000 in that first tournament.
Yep.
It worked. Yeah. I think, you know, people went up like 200 subscribers like in one night. It was crazy. But anyway, long story short, that was it. And then we went to the drawing board and put the time limits on it. And I think that format is just pretty cool. And I love the sudden death and all that. It puts a little edge on it, you know? Yeah, live and learn, Mark. That's right. Live and learn.
And let's face it, who would think that, you know, you'd have multiple people out there that are going to fish for 2 straight days without a nap and and ready for more. But
Kevin definitely didn't think of that.
No, I did not. Because myself, I was like, and then has Muskrat, and I think Josh Dunnigan came and bailed me out for a little while.
And we even tried the Michael Murillo, the bedtime stories with Michael Murillo, and
see, that was a tactic to try to put people to sleep.
Yeah,
it put you to sleep.
But
listen, once I realized that people were going to last way longer than I thought, and who knew, right? I mean, like you said, who knew? I had fished for 24 hours straight before on the live stream, but it was tough.
Well, let me say, I knew that I would. I just didn't think anybody else was going to. That's what the.
Well, and there was a big prize too. We forget that there was $800 on the line.
Yeah,
I'm like, I do that for nothing. So you know.
So that was another mistake, putting money into it. Well, not a mistake, but with the rules that were there, that
determination,
putting money.
So, anyways, we had the all weekend long from Friday afternoon to Sunday late morning. So, anyways, like Palmetto said, back to the drawing board, and the next formula. Big shout out to Sharina, stuck it out. Her and I were there at the end. So the first ever, she was the winner of the first ever Iron Cat. And that was my second place finish in the Iron Cats.
So shout out to Sharina. I won these like 2 weeks ago on her channel.
Oh, really? Awesome. Those are nice.
And
it worked.
Gonna find out tomorrow.
And so then the next format came in where it's a set time frame, and you have to catch a fish during that 4 to 6 hours or 4 hours.
4 hours at first. It has to be
4 hours at first, right?
8 catfish 16 inches or longer. So I mean any species, even bullhead. If you catch a 16-inch bullhead, you deserve it.
This is true. This is true. And
yeah,
then
so just to go back to the first one real quick, no one ever tried to take anything from Sharina. She was the queen. She did it. She out-endured, and I'm happy that she's able to do this one. She was
determined.
She did not give up. She wasn't giving up. She was going to win, and she said it. She said she was going to win, and she did it. So then we moved on to the second one, the 4-hour thing, Stan. Yeah, 4 hours to get a 16-inch catfish or over.
Mm-hmm.
And eliminated.
And then there was a pattern for each one. So there was a bank one, a boat one, a kayak one.
Yep.
What was the first one you did with those rules?
Kayak.
Because that was then Dan and Stan, they were in that one. But even back to the first one, the fish that were caught during that time, you had the triple 50s from Stand 3.
That was crazy.
That was just and part of what you were trying to promote, what we all try to promote, was positivity and teamwork and sportsmanship. There's Dan and Stand 3 competitors, yet out there together. Dan comes in and does the camera work so we can see all these fish, and Stand 3 helps him, where he's able to get that other fish in the kayak even, so that we can all experience that, and Sharon Bait, Chris from Catfish Clothing
Chris came down the river and gave you some bait while you was out.
Yeah, because I was on the bank. I was up there by myself. Well, I had LG Bass with me. He was my Joey that first night on the bank. So, you talk about sportsmanship. There's Chris from Catfish Clothing, runs all the way up river to bring me some more bait. And, so there was just
all free credit card boat.
Yeah.
Right.
And, well, now I don't know if he would do it. That was back when gas was only a couple dollars a gallon. So.
It's a 4 credit card boat now.
he will still do it. Chris is a great guy. He's awesome.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I can't say enough good things about Chris. I've got to know him, gone fishing with him, and had some other great experiences there with him. So yeah, he's just absolutely awesome. That's right. Chris and Joey caught the 8-pounder on the kid pole. That was just the first.
Go ahead. Catfish Chris, he just said, "I'm gonna go to sleep now."
Yeah. He just said, "Okay, I'm done."
And if you remember when because on StreamYard you can only do so many hours at one point when you have to switch over to another live, and you're saying, "Okay, we're switching over." And there was like one person left in chat at the end of that. It was Chris. He was asleep.
He was left on the other side.
Yeah.
I always thought if I should have logged back in to see if he's still in there. On that stream. Like you just hear.
Yeah. You could have got him.
Yeah, that thing that was really cool. The 3 big fish that Stan caught, and like you said, Dan grabbing the camera, that made my views a lot better, or my channel a lot better. So it made the event, a lot better, because now you're getting an awesome camera angle with good lighting on a live stream in a kayak catching giant fish. Mm-hmm. Where else are you going to see that? Even if you were, you were filming a video and all that happened to happen, you couldn't get those angles. You couldn't get them. So I think it was amazing. And, those guys are just awesome anglers. Everybody is. But that was pretty good. Then we had the kayak one, and I think it was Clint and Dan went back and forth over and over and over. I think that was the longest Iron Cat other than the first one.
Yeah.
I think it went to like 3 a.m.
Nah. Yeah. Well, yeah.
The bank one was close. The bank one was close.
But it was
the women's one. We ended up having to stop it because people were having connection issues, and so And that's another person that isn't participating. Carolina Real Screamer. She says she couldn't participate. So we're down 2 champions, but it just makes it easier on those that are in it to get that prize.
Yeah, well, I'd have been satisfied if Double C couldn't do it because that's him and Dan is gonna be a problem.
And that's a funny thing. So we'll move on to the boat tournament. So you had Brian B, had Creole. No, not Creole. Creole was in the original one.
3+1, I think.
3+1. You had a bunch of people in that one.
Squirrel.
I was.
Chad.
Yeah, that's the first time I beat him. I mean.
Was Chad in the Monster Hunt? I can't remember.
No, Chad was in the. He was in the boat.
Oh, okay. So so we did that one, and Chris, obviously he got to the.
He was in the Monster Hunt.
He was in the Monster Hunt. That's the one we're talking about.
He had.
And so he was kind of quiet all day. He caught a rake.
It pulled a hole.
He called a rake, and they were having troubles and issues pretty much all day. And all of a sudden, boom, 68-pound blue, and you're like, "Holy cow, where did that come from?" I'm like, yeah. And Brian's sitting there like he's got the leading fish of the day, or the tournament.
Like,
he's like,
but
mother.
I'm sitting on the sofa looking at it like, well,
because we had so many people sign up for the Monster Hunt. That's before, Mark and Becca and all them started doing the wheel to choose for tournaments. Mm-hmm. So I was just trying to get everybody in I could. Yeah. So we had 2 days of Monster Hunt, and
it was a great group. Yeah. Should I say?
It was awesome. I think that was the most fun I had. Was the Monster Hunt.
I don't know. The Monster Hunt. I do not look back on the Monster Hunt.
Because you lost in 4 hours, Stan.
Yeah. we were killing it. We went out the night before. We were going to do the whole. We were going to do a whole 2-day live out there fishing, and we were fishing when we went out the night before, and we were on some fish. We'd caught some 30-pounders during our live in the morning before it was starting, and the weather changed. The cold front came in. The wind started coming out of nowhere, and I mean, it was just, we had rollers out there. We had to move to a whole different part of the. Hey, but that's fishing. That's what
I wanted to go fishing tonight. Could have went fishing tonight, but I wasn't going fishing tonight because I said I ain't going to jinx myself for tomorrow. Get on good tonight, and then tomorrow I'll be then sit there and just be struggling to catch a fish.
Well, and you got to let their lips heal because Ernie and Haz and
they on the other side. Them up. I ain't going nowhere near where none of them been.
Hey, there's speaking of Chris, there's Hooks and Hammocks out there. How you doing? Buck Williams is out there. Great to see you, Buck. Scott Leisure, great to see you. Thank you. Let's see. Outdoors Addiction, Jesse, what's up? Saying it's Mr. Palmetto Gatos himself.
Orale.
Orale, Jesse. So let's see. I think we're caught up there.
Yeah, I'm looking.
Yeah, and like you said, the second Iron Cat was the boat. The boat one.
The bank was it went kayak, then the bank, then the boat.
That's right. So the bank one, I was in that one right to the very end. There was my second place finish.
And who could forget that one, man? Bex just.
Yeah, she slammed him.
Well, in the bank one, remember we had 3 of us that were going back and forth. I decided to go. That was the weekend that I was invited down to the dock. I had asked Tom if I could come down and fish the dock for that tournament. So I was fishing on the world famous dock at Tom's house, and so we were going back and forth. And that was Farrell from. Trying to remember the name of his Bottoms. I can't remember the name. Bottom Dwellers. There you go.
So you had You had Stan, Mexicat, Bex,
And he
Kyle
kept
from the
catching
One
fish,
Hunters.
but it was like a half an inch too
Yeah,
short.
Farron.
I was like,
Yeah.
oh,
Farrell,
man.
yep. So we're going through that. There's the three of us. It was Bex, myself, and Farrell, and we're going and no fish, no fish, and all of a sudden Farrell gets a hit, and part of you is like, I'm still there fishing. I'm like, well, good for him, but oh man, and then he gets it in and measures it, and it's like a half inch too short, and I consider myself a good person, and half of me, like I said, is like, oh man, that's horrible. I can't. And the other half of me that knows I can still fish is like, woo, yeah. So hey, I'm being honest. And then he did it like 3 times in a row. That happened to him.
It was crazy. Like it just, right when you think it was done, there was another fish caught.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Quiet Man, how you doing? Good to see you.
The boat run. Now that I'm looking it up, the boat was Fishing Chick, Brian B, 3+1, Fishing with the Chad, Ernie Brown, 2 Stands, Blue Line Adventures, and Fishing with the Squirrel.
Yep.
Those were the boat ones.
And there was a bunch of weather in that one also. Brian was late because of weather. Ed had to get off the water.
Yeah, he had a docket. But he helped him out on that one. Though.
He decided, you know what? I ain't getting on the boat. I'm gonna sit here. He was drawn over against the wall. And I'm sitting there on the phone trying to tell y'all what's going on. I had to run back because he yelling fish on. I'm like, what
Tony Harrison out there. And I fished that one with Stan 3's wife, now my daughter-in-law. And they were late, so I got to the water, and we were a little late to the water. And so I was out there trying to do it myself. And it was the boat tournament, and we just had a boat with a trolling motor. So we were kind of, in a river with current. So you can only go so far. And but stuck it out. We were out there fishing, and I think it was only 2 people that moved to the second round in that one. It was
that was a pretty quick one.
It was Brian and
No, it was me, Skirt. I was about to say Brian. It was me, Squirrel, and 3+1.
3+1.
Because they got bumped out at the end to the sudden death round because I remember Cody yelling "fish on," and they was just playing. And
yeah.
The sudden death, and it was me and Squirrel.
And we were out there fishing, so we had stuck in, and that's when people were saying they were calling for me to come up and just fish at the point. So that was my first co-hosting experience.
Well, and then y'all did catch a nice fish, right?
Right. And then Brian caught the monster. You caught how big was that one you caught? You and he caught in that one?
They caught a 40 something.
It was 45.
Yeah, that was early in the day, I think.
So then right at the end, Stan 3's wife, Jenny, she using the little, she calls it her Chiquita, the little dock runner. That was one of the first big, it was the same thing, a 40-something pound blue cat on the little bitty 3-foot dock runner.
It was a nice one.
Mm-hmm. It was a good fish.
And so that was right at the end. So again, I was still there fishing at the end of that one.
I was so glad I caught a fish because what happened in my spot, and I wasn't moving because it was so dark. And at that point, I don't think we didn't have lights on the front of the boat at that point. That was one of the times where I said, you know what? We gotta get lights on the front of the boat. It was dark as I don't know what going back. But I could see where we was at. I had a complex light, so it was shining down on the water a little bit, and I could see Gar. And then Gar was coming to the boat, and I'm like, I know we're not gonna catch a fish if Gar in the area.
Brian, not to cut you off, but there's Lady Fox, who is Jay Fox's wife, Maria. Just jumping in to let you know that Jay Fox is back in the hospital again. Not as bad at this time, but we would appreciate your prayers. Kevin, would you mind?
Sure.
Oh, yeah.
We do a prayer for Jay Fox.
Heavenly Father, we want to lift up our buddy and our friend, our family member, Jay Fox, and Lord, we just ask that you be with him as he's in the hospital. You know everything that's wrong with him. You know what he needs. And Lord, we just ask you, because you told us to ask you for that healing. And we ask you to bless the hands of the nurses and doctors and everybody that will come in contact with him. And not only that, Lord, we ask you to heal him quickly and painlessly. And we just pray for Maria that she would be strong as she always is to support her husband. And pray all this in your name. Amen.
Amen. Oh yeah.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. God's got it now. We got it.
Yeah. Get my buddy back together.
That's right.
This was the present that I got from we'll add everybody knows this guy. We'll add him into the stream here.
How'd you get him up here?
This is the wonderful, you want to talk about the Foxes there, Jay Fox and his wife. They carried this all the way to CatCon for me. They had it.
Oh, cool.
And I have much love for them. They are truly like family to me. And
good people.
Maria, anything you do, please, if there's anything at all that I can do for y'all, just keep me updated, get in touch, and let me know. How much we love Jim. So please keep us in touch. But anyways, awesome. All right. Hate hearing that, but all right. So Dan, welcome, Dan.
What's going on?
Hey Dan, how you doing?
How we doing?
You're my friend for a little while.
I've been running around getting everything ready. I've got a tournament all morning and then a couple hours off and a tournament all night. Busy day.
Yes.
Get all the big fish. I suggest you get most of your fish because it doesn't matter the size. It comes down to the majority of the fish, right?
No, it comes down to whoever's left standing.
Oh,
that's the beauty of this tournament. There are medals for big fish. There's a medal for big fish. There's a medal for most fish. But it's who's standing at the end of the night. Who caught the fish last. So, Stan, if you don't mind, I'll go over the format real quick and tell everybody who's in it.
Please, because that was one of the questions people wanted to know.
Yeah, so basically the Iron Cat rules. This is the current Iron Cat rules, as they're letting anyone in now. So the anglers, they don't have to stay live the whole time. Like if they drop out, it doesn't matter. But the tournament starts at 6, whether they're there or not, and it goes for 4 hours. And in that 4 hours, they have to catch a 16-inch or over catfish of any species. If they do that, even if they only catch one, they move on to round 2. If they don't catch and they have to catch it live, that has to be on camera. We have to see them reel it up. It has to come up in the kayak or the boat or on the bank, either one, and it has to be legit. If the camera's out and then they come back on the stream and they got a fish in their hand, don't count. And we're trying to have fun, but also we want to be legitimate, and the champion is a champion. So number 2, the second round is they only get 2 hours. So now we cut the time in half. So they have 2 hours to do that again, catch a catfish 16 inches or over, and then they move on to round 3. And again, they only have to catch one. Round 3 is where it starts to get dicey. So they have 1 hour to catch a catfish 16 inches or over. If they don't, then they're out. Now, let's say that this is where so like Dan and Clint went back and forth, and so did Stan and Farron. So let's say that Brian and Dan, since they're on screen, they both catch a fish in that hour, and they're the only 2 left. Then we restart the hour as soon as they catch that fish. So if it's 10:01 and they have 15 minutes to catch a fish, and they both have caught a fish at 10:01, then 10:01 is the new start of the hour. And that way we're not doing an hour long and for nothing, because they're already moving on to the next round.
They've already right.
And then the last thing is if an hour passes and neither Dan or Brian B or anybody who's left haven't caught a fish, then it goes to sudden death.
Sudden
death. I love that. Sudden death. Now, if we go to sudden death, then being live does count because that's where we got in trouble during the Lady Iron Cat was that I didn't have a rule. And so, like Mark said, you live and learn. So if you lose connection for 30 minutes consecutively, you're out. And so as long as they stay live, the next catfish 16 inches or over wins. So that's sudden death, and that's basically it. In the tournament, we're gonna have Sharina's Keeping It Real, Dan from Goober Time TV and Green Machine Outdoors. Go check out his new channel, guys.
Oh yeah.
He won the kayak battle. Sharina obviously won the original Iron Cat. And you got my boy Brian B. Catfishing won the Iron Cat Boat Edition. And then you had Bex won the Bank Iron Cat. However, she's sick. She will not be able to participate. So she has forfeited.
I was second in that one too.
And then you had the Catch and Cook, the Iron Cat Catch and Cook, which that was a real cool one as well. And the 1 ton crew made up of Josh and Uncle Josh and Art won that one. So they'll be fishing as a team. And they won the Iron Cat Catch and Cook. Then we had the Lady Angler Tournament. Carolina Real Screamers won that one. She has forfeited that one. She doesn't want to participate, so she will not be in. And then you had the Monster Hunt, and that was Double C. He won the championship in that one. And then you had because that one was easy. You know, some people say, well, you had 2 days competition. Now you only have one winner. Biggest fish.
That's what I was saying, Dan. Dan, I was with you. I said that was of all the ones, that was my least favorite. Do not have fond memories of the Monster Hunt.
I'd be happy to never hear that.
Especially because Dan and I we were running our mouth for like all of last year. Oh, just wait to the Monster Hunt. The Monster Hunt. James River Monsters.
Saturday was.
Man, were we humbled last year in the Monster Hunt. So anyways.
Saturday of the Monster Hunt was good. Friday of the Monster Hunt, even though they all wasn't monsters, I know Kevin didn't keep a calculation. How many fish that me and Has caught, and we were literally, he was on one side of the channel, and I was on the other side of the channel, and we was on fish like crazy. I don't know what it was, but the fish were biting.
Yeah, I put on a show.
90 fish, easy.
Yeah.
It was fish on.
Yeah, I kind of felt bad for everybody else competing because they were like poor Chad over there, you know. No, Chad wasn't in it. I keep forgetting that Chad was in the boat one.
But I don't know what it was that day. And I really remember I said, Kevin, I got to move on the blurping screen because the water getting rough and it got windy. And I was nervous because I'm in a little bass boat. I said, if Has in his kayak and can deal with it, then I know my boat is good. I just need to get out from where I'm at. I knew where Has was at, and he just stayed there the whole time. So I moved up in the cove. It was dead. Went under the bridge on the other side of the channel in my little hole, and it was on and popping.
Both days were awesome. I mean, there's Bex.
Bexy Bex.
Yeah, she had to make nobody faults you for that. I don't know if you heard earlier, but your health comes first.
You gotta take care of yourself.
And we know you didn't want to wear these guys out, so we understand.
That's the real reason. That's the real reason. Bex was like, no.
Everything I can do to win this for you, Bex. This one for you.
So yeah, we had the boat one and their Monster Hunt. And the second day, Jeremy caught that giant flathead, and who would think that a 64-pound flathead wouldn't win?
Yeah.
I mean, good God. That's the biggest flathead I've seen caught live.
About 12 pounds.
Yeah, he did. He said it was 12 pounds when he was reeling. Then he caught a 52-pound blue after that.
Mm-hmm.
And then Double C had that 68. He squashed everybody. But and that one that's the biggest fish in all of the Iron Cat right there so far.
Mm-hmm.
Probably any live tournament.
Yeah, pretty much. And then we had the Walmart bait challenge, was just so much fun. Oh man, I wish everybody could have participated in that.
That one there was more funny than fun.
It depends on whose point of view with that one, because I have I don't have fond recollections of that one either.
I bet you don't.
I seem to recall every time that dang wheel spun, it says,
Green
"All right,
shed.
let's jab Stan with another."
Walmart bait.
Every time it came up, I had to put on some other kind of Walmart bait, and I was just, oh my goodness.
So on that one, we decided to have 2 champions because nobody wanted to do a third day.
Yeah,
we had just done a 3rd day in the ladies challenge.
Hold on, Stan, I didn't see that.
And everyone was kind of beat down.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, he saw it.
No, he put it up and took it back down. I see.
Oh, okay. So then we have Steve from
Small Town.
Small Town. Thank you. Some old man was popping up, but that's Richard.
Small Town Outdoors.
Yeah, Small Town Outdoors, and he put his wife's name in there. It was Steve and Deb.
And Deb.
And then you got old Danny Stone. Who can forget about Danny Stone?
You can't forget about Danny. Danny ain't gonna let you forget about him. That's for sure.
No. Matter of fact, he was on. We were talking about it last night on Pontoon Jody's Flathead Challenge and the Iron Cat coming up. We were talking about that, and yeah, that was. He reminded everybody.
Fish all day, too.
Yep.
But then I can't forget our second runner-up several times. Our first runner-up several times. The ugly stepsister, the redheaded stepchild, Mr. Two Stands would be my awesome co-host because he was second fiddle at least.
You know, Stan, the common theme here tonight is that you don't have very fond memories of a lot of these events. You'd probably like them more if you won one or two of them.
Yeah.
Well, I might even send Stan a medal that says best co-host.
See, I'd win that one.
It'll be gold.
I guess you're the only one.
That's right.
You got first place in that.
We'll find a way to be second in that somehow.
Yeah.
Right.
Like somebody will pop up or something.
Yeah.
Hey, Bex does have the link. She might pop up.
She might be laying in the bed.
Like,
hey guys.
Good, everybody.
Yeah. Well, we got to give that first place to Bex just for showing up with all she's going through right now.
That would be something. Bex pops up and oh man, our heart goes out to you know what? Honorary first place. And Stan's like, that'd be TH.
No, but I tell you what, Kevin, I am thrilled with that because you know what? I've said it all along. Second place means, hey, you're out there. The idea of all these wasn't that you got to go out there and win. It was to go out there and represent the catfish community, represent catfish, sportsmanship, doing things the right way, having a good time, being with your friends. And you know what? Me taking second place that many times meant that I was out there. I was out there doing those things where just a year or two ago I wouldn't have been able to even do that. So I'll take second.
Make a joke, and then you went down that alley.
Oh.
I was gonna say no, Stan. I'm pretty sure everybody wanted to win.
Yeah.
But no, you're right, Stan. Man, you've come a long way, and I'm sure you're. You know how you're talking about. You know, some guys here are inspirations for you. I'm sure you become an inspiration for other people to get up and get out and just do it. Nike, just do it.
Yeah. He done got me to buy it. Look, I went bought 4 of these since they got the monsters on that one. I done went bought 4 of them, and I'm gonna try them out tomorrow.
What is that?
Well,
they're the Freddy Bobbers.
Yep.
That right there.
Okay.
That
right there is the Freddy float. Stan 3 and I were out a couple weeks ago. We couldn't do STANday on Sunday morning. We were able to go out at night on the Monday.
Nice.
We caught a 62-pound blue cat on the green lighted float right there, 62-pound blue cat. Speaking of stand 3, there he is.
There he is.
When Freddie was here, Freddie and his wife came up here to fish with us here on the James River, and that was he could have went and picked anybody. You talk about, just like what you were saying, Kevin, and he blew my mind. Nina said he could pick anybody to go fish with. Where do you want to go? And Freddie picked to come up here and fish with me because, a lot of similar situations, prior military and et cetera, and yeah, I mean, that was just, talk about humbling experience. And Freddie was just awesome, and Nina was awesome, and Nina's kayak crew. But Freddie left us some of those floats and stuff, so we went out and used it. And it happened to catch a 62-pound blue cat. So
that's awesome. So, if you don't mind, I'd like to mention some of the sponsors for the tournament.
Oh, of course, without a doubt.
There's not many, but the ones that we have are awesome. Of course, we have a whole bunch of stickers that people have sent me in the past, and so we're gonna do sticker pack giveaways for people in chat. Now, it's not going to be as many as I used to do because as I've not been on YouTube live as much, the YouTube revenue is very low. So I have just enough to, get the medal or the trophy and the medals for whoever wins, and then to ship the stuff I have. So, if you're coming in to watch for prizes, there's not going to be as many. But anyway, the winner is going to get a pack of Demon Dragons. And I have a couple different colors. These are the extreme catfishing. So demondragons.com. And if you enter catfish 20, you get 20% off for those at demondragon.com.
Let me change the play real quick.
Let's see, what are these? I can't see in the dark.
Don't hit any buttons. Leave it alone,
Yeah.
Stan. You about to end the live.
Anyway, we got the purple with the blackout. These are really cool. The blackout Demon Dragons. And then we have what are these ones? These are the Slunger Cat. Oh, there we go. Slunger Cat Outdoors. Chris Souders. That's his Demon Dragon. And then I have some I think these are Catfish Addicts edition. So one of these packs will go to the winner, and then I'll have 3 packs to give away in chat. So people can look forward to that. I got a Demon Dragon towel that I'll throw in with something. We got stickers. Also, you can take me off now. We also got a PCFun.com sponsored 3 reels.
Wow.
And yep, so they're giving me 3 reels to give away, and we're gonna give a PC Fun Chaos 60 to the winner, and then we'll have two 50s for chat. So I'll have 2 PC Fun reels for chat, and you get to choose left hand or right hand. And basically, I send them your address, and they ship it out to you. So big thanks to PCFun.com. Promo code CAT18 to save you 18%. Gotta do it. Like I said, YouTube revenue's low. Use my code, please.
Well, hey, those codes help out everybody. Use that code.
That code is awesome. I use it. I just got a couple more reels last month, and I use my own code.
If it saves you money, you gotta use the code.
Yeah, and it helps out a channel too. So
if you're getting anything on Pisc Fun, that's what's the code again, Kevin?
CAT18.
CAT18. So there you go.
CAT18 works on everything. No minimums or maximums. You don't have to. You can buy one item and it'll work.
Pisc Fun is really good about that stuff too. I've noticed with their websites, and they do a lot of that with the reels they do and everything. So
yeah, they'll do 25% on some items sometimes, but the 18% is good on everything all the time. So that's
awesome.
So if you need a reel and you don't have a discount, that's the one to use. Anyway, thanks, Mac Fishing. He said he used it twice. We also have Santee Drifters. Everybody knows Jimmy from Santee Drifters. He is giving me some.
Man, that's my chicken brother.
Yeah, he's giving me some terminal tackle from Hooker's Terminal Tackle, some swivels and stuff. And then
that's
we
who
also
was in the boat tournament. Sorry to
Yep,
cut you
he was
off.
in there too.
He
Yep.
was in the boat.
Well,
And then
and
he's going to give away. Go ahead.
if you do Sandy Drifters, use code 2stands. That's 2, the number 2 stands to get 15% off at Sandy Drifters.
or Palmetto
Or
15. I think all of us have one for that one, right?
Yeah.
Put 4 orders in. It's all good.
Yeah, there you go.
use green machine.
Sorry, Kevin. Sorry.
You're fine. It don't matter. It's your show. Yeah, use Stan's code for that one. Use mine for the rest of them.
And Stan code is DAN15.
Yeah.
But Jimmy's always donating things to tournaments. And I only use Santee Drifters. You know, he does send me some every once in a while, so I will say that. But I would buy them if he didn't send me some every once in a while. But
Yeah, gotta support.
Great price. He's local to me, so that's why I use him too. He lives right here in Cross, which is 20 minutes from me. But don't y'all got a Santee code? Yeah.
Yeah, it's our show though, son. It's our show. We gotta get that out there.
But he's giving away 5 packs of Santee Drifters. 1 pack will go to the winner. 4 packs will go to the 1 pack will go to 3 packs, 4 packs will go. I got to do math to the chat. And then last but definitely not least, Catfish sponsoring 2 hats, and 1 will go to the winner, and 1 will be given to chat. So the winners are gonna make out.
You talking about that catfish?
Yeah, that catfish.
This guy.
Yeah. If you want to use this hat like this, you want to get a hat like this or a shirt, use go to catfishclothing.com, catfishclothing.com, and use BB Fishing.
Which one should I select? Which
for
hat should I
20% off? For 20% off, BB Fishing.
I'm gonna have to talk to Chris. I need to code for that one.
Since everybody wants to throw their codes out there.
And obviously,
I'll get you straight.
PCAT's 20 is easy to remember. So Wildcat Rick said he'll donate a rig pack. Awesome. If you would, because I'm terrible if I don't write stuff down. Honestly, even just now I had to remember. I was like, crap, who's the other one? Oh yeah, Catfish. Please email me. I will accept sponsors, but it's too late to mail stuff to me. So we'll just have to get you to send it out. But yeah, so great prizes. We have stickers. We have at least 15, 20 really good prizes.
Do you have any more of my stickers?
I don't. I ran out of yours and Dan's.
I can send them out for you too.
Yeah, cool.
I
So
do have some. So if you want to do them,
And speaking of that, the giveaways on the things like that, it does help the person that's running the tournament or running the giveaway. If you hit them up ahead of time so that everything can be planned out, because it gets confusing when during the tournament you're running the tournament, you're trying to get that stuff, and to add stuff on, and then there's confusion with who's sending it, who's not sending it, what email.
Yeah.
It really does. I've ran into some issues with that. Yeah, I've run into issues with it myself because I'm not great with that thing to begin with, and so
yeah.
Anyways.
Well, and I just the only sponsor I actually reached out to was PC Fun. Everybody else donated stuff. Not true. I called Chris, but Chris would have done it anyway.
Ain't nobody worried about him.
Thanks to Demon Dragons, Catfish, PC Fun, Santee Drifters. Those are all people. I feel weird saying my sponsors because it's not really that way, but the people who support me own these companies, so I appreciate them. And PC Fun, being such a big company to do that twice now. They've done that already. So all the other Iron Cats, they donated a reel to each one. So now they're doing 3 reels to 1 tournament. So anyway, I'll stop rambling on about
What's
that.
up, Lynn? What's up, Stan?
Let's see. I'm guessing he's talking to me. I don't know unless he's talking to you, Dan. But
I'm
do I want to?
I got all day tomorrow. It's gonna be 100 degrees out.
Do I want to go fishing tonight? Do I want to go fishing? What kind of question is that?
All right, well, that's the end of the show. But no, it's gonna be a great time. You know, I
We're gonna
kind
have
of
fun.
cut out from the live streams a good bit for various reasons, but I'm glad to come back and do this showdown here. I wish everybody could be in it, but I understand, and so does everybody else, so that you'll have a true Iron Cat champion, like, you know, one who defeated everybody, like epic Iron Cat champion. But it's gonna be fun. It's all for fun anyway. There's no big money involved.
We ain't the king of the world.
Yeah, just some prizes and a cool trophy and maybe some medals and bragging rights.
It's just bragging rights. In reality, it's bragging rights amongst the anglers that's fishing against each other.
That's right.
At the same time, we're cheering the same people on to catch some fish.
That's right.
Because nobody want to go out there and get skunked in the first 4 hours. And if they do, I feel sorry for you, but
I would love it for everybody to make it a sudden death.
Oh, that would be fun.
That would just be like,
that would be epic.
Like, we get to that hour and nobody's caught a fly. Everybody makes it to round 3, and then nobody catches a fish in that hour, and then it's like the next fish.
Okay,
everybody's waiting on that rod tip. Boom, man. And you're like, oh, is that a 16-incher?
Then I say, all right, I put some bait on my rods.
Dan, are you going to use the kayak or the boat?
I am not 100% sure on my strategy. Depends how the morning goes, but I've got a plan for the kayak / bank, and it's either going to be fantastic or crash and burn.
So that's another thing. So they, just because they won a certain way, they don't have to stick to that mode, because it's a different season. You know, some of them, like now Dan is the same season he won his, but like you know, the monster hunt was in October. So it's just different seasons. So I didn't restrict anybody. No. Also, they can have a Joey.
I object that. Dan said he was waiting. So he got to go waiting tomorrow for the tournament.
Oh, waiting.
I'll be in the water when I'm waiting for you to catch your fish.
Hilarious.
Take it easy on me, Dan.
Yeah. If somebody could drop Dan's new link, the Goober TV.
I think James has been dropping it. He's been doing good.
Thank you.
Yeah. Oh, James is awesome. James K from Baltimore way. Oh, there's so many people out there that are just out there, and they just are such a huge help. They really, I don't think, have any idea what a huge help having the great moderators out there that drop the links. And you mention something, and they'll put the company's name in chat and all that kind of stuff. Just makes every show that much better, that much easier, that much less stress on the host. So thank you, everybody that does all that. Thank you, James. Appreciate you being out there, my friend.
Last thing I'm going to say before I go, just to clarify, you know, people always ask about that Joey. So they can have a Joey, and I'm real relaxed on Joeys because on having one, because nobody wants to bring a friend out on the bank or in the boat, and then that friend can't touch a rod. That's no fun. So like I was gonna do a tournament, and I got rained out with Josh, the Biggest Loser tournament. I got rained out, but Catfish Bill was gonna come with me, and I was like, "Yeah, you can't catch a fish," and it's like that sucks.
Yeah.
So you know, so I don't want anybody to have their spouse or friend out there, and Brian B probably needs E out there with them too. So.
Yeah. Well,
but
and
so
it's
they
like
can they can have one person that can do everything they can do.
That's like, you know, Stan 3 and I. If I'm out on the water, I'm either with Dan or I'm with Stan. And
I heard my name. What y'all say about me?
You know, I'm either with Dan or Stan 3 if I'm
fisherman ever
out in the boat. And yeah, so if I'm signed up to do the tournament, I'm like, yeah, I'm the only one that can and if it's I can understand it if it's a tournament where, you know, because of that, Joey, you can have 14 rods out now and it gives you an advantage. But if you've got a 4-rod limit who cares who's touching the rod or reeling? It's going to, there's no advantage gained by it.
E won us the Big Fish Trophy. Shoot, I want to say he caught most of the fish that day, but he was included in the tournament. So thank God it was like that.
And the biggest thing, so they can still only have 6 rods, even if they have
I'll do
a
3.
Joey.
He'll do 3.
So it can't be 12 rods. So it
Right.
can
So
only
my
be
bait
6.
rod, I can throw a bait rod out, correct?
Yeah, gotta have bait.
It's just I'm
Gotta
gonna
have
throw a
bait.
bait rod out.
But like 1-tonners, there's 2 of those guys, so they're fishing as a team. So as a team, they can only have 6 rods, but they can have a Joey as well. So there can be 3 of those guys. And that's gonna be Tom. Tom's gonna be fishing with them. And who?
Yeah, I believe they're.
If Tom can't fish from the dock and sit there and watch them do the work, I mean,
No fun.
Tom.
Yeah, I believe that's where they're fishing
doing that
is
on his-
from
on
the
his
dock.
computer
So
or on his-
Yeah.
on his
So you gonna
phone.
say I can't catch a fish from my own dock?
yeah,
That's how I feel on my boat. I'm always out there just watching people reel them in.
yeah, yeah. I don't know what Dan's talking about with that. What are you saying from your own boat and watching people reel them in? I think we both got a lot of reeling time on that one.
Somebody pay $222.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Dan hooked that fish.
Yeah.
Stan helped reel it in, but Stan take the fame for it.
Hey, I did the important part. I did the hard part. I'm the one that
Dan
had.
is the one like, I wish this story would die.
Yeah.
Out of hearing it.
Yeah, it was Dan's boat. It was Dan's rod. Dan hooked it. I understand all that stuff, but I had to take credit for it. I had to talk about it for the next year now. I mean, no, but credit due where credit's due. I mean, that's always, I've said it from day one. That's what going out and fishing together, that's what that's all about. It's always, when you're in a boat or on the bank, it's a team effort for everybody that's out there. And, you know, it stand 3 is like, yeah, and I showed up and landed it.
It's a 3-phase process.
Yeah.
Yeah, the only thing with the Joey is the contestants, they have to make sure that the camera actually is on the Joey.
No.
What was that last part, Kevin?
The camera has to be on the Joey when they reel it in.
Yeah.
I was just about to do that, Jeep.
Uncle Jeep with the 222.
I don't think you can do on Apple devices like
Nah, it's
no.
At $4.99, $2.99, $99.
Yeah.
Whatever it is, it is what it is.
Oh, Palmetto Cats with the 222. Thank you. Truly believe. I truly believe. Thank you.
Apple said that we're gonna set you to a limit. You're going $19.99, $29.
No, James K. It was paid for, man. It was paid for.
Your limit.
it was paid for twice, so you can actually say it again.
Yeah.
Right. I've done that. That's a great thing.
Well, Stan, I appreciate you bringing me up here, man, and promoting the tournament. I hadn't planned on doing it, so I appreciate you for doing it. Like we talked about before the show, we're at the end of the year, planning graduation. We had senior checkout day today, and they had a senior picnic. So I was the only administrator in the building. Everyone else was trying to put out fires or had meetings or was outside with the seniors. So you can imagine how worn out I am. So I appreciate you doing it and taking all the stress off of me, man. It means a lot.
Well, thank you. I'm, like I said, Kevin, from day one, that was back when first started doing these, it was hard, finding enough people to actually fish in tournaments.
Right.
You were like calling and begging, and so
That's how
truly.
Dan got in.
Yeah.
Dan, I didn't even know Dan had a channel.
I was like, shoot, if Dan got in, there's something I want to get into.
But no, I remember I was like, hey, I need another kayak person, so it'll be even. And you were like, hey, what about Stan 3's friend Dan? I was like, never heard of him, but that's fine. Call him.
Yeah.
I had never heard of your channel at that point.
Yeah.
And then when he came on, and at that point, when you joined the Iron Cats, they were getting you subs. That's before they started taking them away, and we got Dan to 1,000 on that first one.
Yeah,
that was really cool.
That's what's up.
We didn't. The fans did, obviously.
Right. But
YouTube said nope, we cutting that out.
But yeah, that was
No
you know,
bananas. No bananas.
No bananas.
I was truly at that point, you know, when it first coming out, I was, you know, truly humbled, truly honored to be part of it. I loved the whole series. I loved the whole idea behind it and the growth of it. And, you know, and you look at a lot how the tournaments have changed a lot, and you've got people out there doing some awesome things. Dan has had the Goober Gauntlet and Mark with the 1v1s. And truly, I think we've all learned something from each other and kind of morphed or used that experiences from the other channels and the other tournaments to help grow our own different things. You know, I'm doing the STANday Morning Challenge now on Sunday mornings, where we're doing carp and catfish, and the carp, adding that in, that's part of you know, Dan from Fishing Unleashed, the month-long tournaments that he's doing on Fishing Unleashed. That's where that kind of the carp being added, that's kind of where that came in from. But so yeah, just to be a small part of this whole thing is like I said, truly humbling, truly honored to be just included in it. And then, you know, I didn't win one of these. I think I've fished more hours in Iron Cat than anybody. Most second place finishes.
I think you're scaring Kevin because you're just.
But
Let's get it. You know, people always say, "How do you catch big fish?" It's like time on the water. And then you look at Stan, and you're like, "Huh?"
Oh, let me get that. I gotta get that knife out of my mouth.
I'm just kidding. Stan has a 222-pound sturgeon.
That's right. That's right. And we still got a devil cat to go out and catch this year. So that spot is still there. That devil cat's still out there. So
I'll go ahead and say that there will be, although I'm not doing an Iron Cat series, there will be another monster hunt in October.
woo!
So I'll put up a registration process for that. We're only doing one night, and we're going to spin the wheel for it. And or I don't know. We'll see. I'll
Depending
come
on
up
who
with something
wins.
cool.
Count
Well,
me out.
and there's gonna be some specifications to it. So I'll go ahead and tell you.
Redemption, Dan.
You
Redemption.
have to have a certain size catfish. I'm not going to put a number on it because it's different for every area. You have to have a trophy cat caught in your area within the past year, according to your state regulations. So, like, it's going to be different in some places. So, to enter it, you have to have caught on. You have to have video or live catching a big one.
Hey, look.
That's gonna be hard.
Which all three of you have done. So that'll keep. It's not to keep anybody out, but it's to make sure that there's people on the monster hunt that can identify and find giant fish. I wouldn't.
I'll say it for you, Kevin. You don't catch fish, and you're not known to catch fish, and you haven't caught a big fish in a long time, don't get in a big fish tournament just to get in a big fish tournament.
Yeah.
You're taking a spot away from somebody that could possibly.
Yeah, and everybody wants to participate. And
I know
get
you
that.
want to get in the tournament. It's not going to make your channel grow. So don't do it.
Well, that's not the reason I would say, but you're probably right.
I'm giving you the raw and uncut.
I'm just saying, like, that is the raw version. But really, it's to make sure that we have people on there that know how to consistently, as Epic says, consistently find trophy catfish.
Yeah.
Because we want to see those. We want to see those giant fish caught, and that's what makes it entertaining. Is to see them big fish.
Yeah.
Especially if it's called a monster hunt.
Right.
You want everybody to have a chance at a monster. So
there you go. There's the challenge to everybody. You have until October to get on film or catch one during live, a trophy size catfish in your region. So whatever that is for your lake, if it's only 30 pounds, then that's your trophy catfish. Some of you have big lakes around you, and so your region has big fish, so you need to go fish the big lakes or rivers. But I think that'll kind of whittle people
it's
down.
all about being considerate. That's all I say.
Well, and so that's how it'll work. We'll get that in there, and if you get an entry in there. If you qualified, then if we still have over 9 people in the thing, then we'll do a selection process.
That's a good idea. That's a good idea.
Just one.
Mhm.
Yeah, you can. Uncle Jeep said you can bribe the host. Yeah, you can bribe the host too. I take 20s and 50s. No 100s though.
He like Five Guys, Chick-fil-A.
Yeah.
Those giant fish are 100 miles south for me, but 40 to 6-pound flatheads. See, 40 to 6-pound flathead would be perfect for the Iron Cat. For the monster hunt.
But
So anyway, that's look forward to that. That is the only other tournament I'm gonna do this year. I'm gonna keep it one. Well, we got this one, but then one tournament a year for me so far. That's what I'm thinking right now. And it's just gonna be a giant tournament. It's just gonna be a big one. The big fish wins. That's all there is to it. Simple.
Let's go.
Dry. That's right.
You got the bumping guys, you got the drifting guys, you got the anchor guys.
Mm-hmm. In October, man,
The best man win.
October was a good month that month for most people.
Absolutely.
Anyway, guys, I'm gonna jump off of here. Stan, again, thanks, man. I'm gonna go finish eating some chicken strips.
yeah. Apparently, I might be going fishing, so I'm gonna be jumping out. I'm gonna be jumping out too. So the whole point of tonight's show was to talk about the Iron Cat. We started out the show with an amazing promo hype video.
Tell them, throw the promo up again, and we're gonna close it out.
Oh yeah, we can close it out with that. So everybody out there, do me a favor. We want to have the Iron Cat. We want the championship to go out as awesome, amazing it came in. So share that out, share the link out, get everybody you know in there tomorrow night, because it is the Iron Cat Champions Tournament. Everybody that's in there tomorrow night has proven that they can catch some big fish, and they can stay the distance. So you definitely want to get that. So please, if you could share out that thing for tomorrow night, Palmetto Cats channel. Dan, anything you want to say?
I'm good to see you guys tomorrow night. Can't wait.
Brian, ready for the promo? Okay, Kevin, whenever you're ready.
Come on, Dan.
Let me get that there. Whenever you're ready, Kevin.
Up. That cracks me up right there.
Right.
Art had a knife coming up, and I was like, I gotta cut that out.
Sexy Bex can't do it. Oh, poor Dan. You see what it is? You see what it is? That joke right there, I don't trust him. I hate to beat my friend. Don't wash it.
That cracks me up too.
And Dan spit on it. He ain't even tell nobody he spit on it. Everybody else wipe it off. Mm-hmm. Look at that. Like, I look like a professional. They're like second place. Kevin, you edit videos like Let's go. Let's
Let's
go. Let's
do
go.
it.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Tomorrow, 6 p.m., May 21st, on the Palmetto Cats channel. Be there.
6 p.m.
Deuces.
Deuces.